Are you looking for a way to create an engaging post that is going to skyrocket your social media? Well, one way to do that is to create a meme. So, memes are this very fun, very cool, very trendy way of taking an image and making it funny. It could be video, it could be text that you overlay on it. And what happens is there's people will take that photo or that image that's trending and they'll turn it into something funny, add a different variation to it. And then the next thing you know, this trending photo then becomes all of these funny little quips and humorous ways of conveying a message, right? It's taking something that is pop culture and turning it into something that people can use to kind of connect with, build this kind of community inside joke that people love. And memes are so popular. It's become such a um, it's just a staple of what's online right now. I mean, people use it in blogs, they use it in emails, they use them as, whether it's video, whether it's images, these memes are becoming such a staple of our online presence. Now, just to give you an example of what a meme looks like. I'll share my screen here. Here's one example. This great picture of Gene Wilder from Willy Wonka, and they're adding something to it. Now he's got this very interesting, very sly smile, and you can see here they're taking this and they're turning it into a very funny thing when your daughter's date is telling you his future plans for the two of them. Yeah. So that's not a real smile. But as you can see here, we there was another one. This is another very popular photo. People take it and then they add their own little quips to it to add the humor factor to it. One of my favorites, of course, was this. Of course, I love Ryan Reynolds, but here's Bernie Sanders when the famous photo of him sitting in the chair with his little mittens, and this went crazy. Now, here's an important thing about when we're talking about these memes. Of course, I would say this is timeless. Okay. This is also timeless. This is trending, right? Like it was a trend and then it died, right? If you did this now, people would be like, what the heck are you talking about? Right. And so, my point when you're looking at memes, sometimes it's about what's trending. Some things are classic. There's one with Kermit the Frog. There's the Grumpy Cats. There's things that are going to be there and going to be there. Always going to be that kind of culture of the meme is going to stay, but there are things that are more popular now, and they're going to be popular for just a blip, and then you need to take advantage of it right away. So one of the reasons why businesses use memes in their social is because they can go viral, right? They're really set up in a way to build this kind of community of people that get this inside joke, that have fun with something, and it makes people laugh, it makes people smile. And look, the world, our lives are too short to be wasted on not having some humor in them, for of course. So but hey, if you create something and then it goes viral and it builds a community and it gets people to share it, and that's wonderful. The thing that you always have to keep in mind, and I will say this over and over again, when you're using memes in your business, you need to make sure that it's brand relevant, okay? That it is not something that is goes against your culture of your company, that it's that it's something that kind of goes along with it. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples where, look, these are really easy to create. So I'm going to go into my favorite tool, a design tool called Canva. For those of you who don't know what Canva is a graphic design tool that actually has a freemium version, right? It's free, but if you want to pay a little bit every month, or you could do a year, um, you get so much more. Um, if you haven't used Canva, check it out. It is really a fun tool, and I'm going to show you how you can make really easy, simple memes with Canva. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why I suggest Canva is because Canva, well, let's take a look at this. Canva actually embraces the meme and has a whole section dedicated to memes. So I'm going to just make this a little bit bigger so you can see better. And if you look, in here, now this is a free version. I always use this free version, but look right here. See what this says meme right here? If I click on that, I'm going to create a blank meme. Now, when I do this, it's going to open up, in a certain format. So keep that in mind. This is a format, but it is just one of the formats you can use for a meme. It's not really the only way to do it, but it really does. This is what opened when I picked memes, and as you can see here, there are tons of templates. I just got to pick on this one because I love cats, right? So the crushing weight of existence and me. And you notice it has a picture, it has the the kind of standard look of text look that memes usually have. This is an Anton font, and it's got the white with the black outline on the text, similar to what we saw over here um, with the Willy Wonka one, right? And you can go in here and you can just change it. Like you can say the crushing weight of writing social media. Oop. Right? Like you can do things like this to make it more relevant to your brand, right? And play with it, and obviously you can change things around. I love doing things like this, right? This is um, a way you can kind of have fun with your brand, right? Again, this isn't something that I would do every single day. Okay. For me and my brand, for you and your brand, and that's something you're going to have to decide for yourself, right? But play with it and see how it resonates with your people. Now, I went in here and I saw this one. This is a very popular. Let me kind of shrink this down so hopefully you can see this a little bit better. But with this one, this is a popular thing that people will use. This is sort of like a common um, one that you'll see. Now this one says student, but you could put it with any of your, whatever your brand is, right? And you could see it's what my friends think I do, what my teachers think I do, what society thinks I do, what my classmates think I do, what I think I do, and then what I really do, right? And people will take this and put in their pictures, put in a topic, and you have this great easy format already created for you. Now, if you're when I opened, when I clicked on memes, right, I got this kind of blank thing, and it says search meme templates. So I can go in here and I can search things that would be appropriate for what I'm doing. Now, one of the things that I do want to warn you about, if you have the free version, see where some of them have this crown and it says pro. When I click on it, it's going to tell you, okay, here it is, but you got to upgrade to use this template. It's why I think it's worth the money to do it because it makes your life so much easier. But that being said, you can still there's plenty of them that are free. Now, here the challenge is the template's free, but the photo isn't. So in here, what you could do is take this graphic or this template and go into photos and search sleeping man, and then try to find one that isn't, again, here you go, right? One that isn't one that isn't watermarked. So now you're done, and now you can just do what you want to do with this photo. You can, change this here. You can take it and go. Now, one of the things that I would say if you didn't want this like kind of black bar, I'm just going to delete this, and you wanted to give it that feel, right? If you go in, the one that they had picked was that Anton. Oh, I think I spelled that wrong. This was that kind of font, and you can put effects where you can put that that's hollow. You can you can play with this. You could also go to the one that was here, and this is my cheater's way. I'm hitting Control C to copy and Control V to paste. Right now I've got this. If you don't want to go through, how am I going to change this? Now all I have to do is copy this text and paste it in. And now I have that look that I was going for. Obviously, I have to change this and reduce the font a bit, and still get that kind of look of a meme, and have it so that it sits well, right? Um, these are ways to play with this effect. So you can see here, this was splice. Sorry, I didn't go through that. This was splice. And that kind of helped you. And you could change things up a bit, like we could make it pink or red or blue. You can have fun with that effect for the text, right? But like I said, the white with the black is really what people attribute to memes. Now, another another thing to consider, this is just a riot. I'm sorry, I love cats. Here is something that I saw and I'm like, this is hysterical. This is actually a video which is becoming more and more popular, and you can see the cat's ears go back, right? Which I thought was hysterical. And I said, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I want to use it for me. So I found this picture of a dog, this video of a dog. Now it's watermarked, so you'll check it out. It'll be on my socials. But here I found this cute little video of a dog. Um, and I wanted to make this a reel instead of making it square or the landscape that you saw. And here, and I'm just going to hit play here, and you can see me when businesses don't use social media. I'm sorry, it's just cracked me up. And kind of that's what you want to kind of evoke, that emotion of um that makes people laugh, that they get it. And even if you're a social media, I'm sorry, if you're a business, even if you're a business that doesn't have a social media presence, you will find this funny, because if you've watched me and you've heard me ad nauseum talk about the importance of social media for your business because it leverages free stuff, right? Then you'll know why that's funny for me, right? You'll know why that is just a hoot and a half, right? This is what we talk about when we go through our um our lives, right? Life's too short. We got to make it laugh. Let's just watch that again. So in here I did a few things, right? First of all, it's video, so it's a little bit different. Um, I could add my logo up here if I wanted to, but one of the things that I did here when I pulled this over, I'm just going to delete the video for a sec. So here was the video. and I took it and I dragged it over. But when I dragged it over, notice how his face is a little chopped off there, and it you kind of lose the whole effect. If I select the video and I hit crop, I can then just edge it over just a smidge. You're still going to see some of the computer, right? But you're really going to get his look. Like that's what I wanted in the look, like center, right? So you can play with that. The other thing that you can do is down here in the bottom, you'll notice you could truncate it, you could move it, you could shorten it, by sliding these things so that it's not so long, or not so short. Now, um, if here's another, another cute one. And look, animals, I got to tell you, animals, 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 right? Um, this is a way you can kind of use it again. Like, so this is, here, this is me watching a sad movie, right? I can still put this, me, watching um, someone struggle with Canva and try not to cry. Right? So you can make it your brand. Here's one what they had done instead of having the whole picture, they're kind of putting it in a frame. And this was just a template that was here. See, the template was right here. I just was in I created an Instagram post. So in here I just did when you're at home here, I just did create design and I could, well, we can put this in here. Instagram post square. And then when you're in here, you can now search in templates for a meme. And that's kind of how I found this one. I just did a search for meme and all of these came up, and I'm just going to add another page because there's a lot of fun ones. Like there's this one again, dogs, right? Yeah, I'm good. Why? But to me, like say you like this, but you don't like the template, right? So it's very easy. Just like take you know, you can take all this background stuff off and, you know, use the size handles. When you select it, it turns it a color. And then you can use the size handles to make it bigger. And then once you do that, you can just take that position to back. And then the other stuff, it's right here. You just click on it and move it. You know, you can highlight it. You could put it somewhere, you can get rid of this stuff if you want and give it that kind of traditional meme look. I'm sizing it here a little bit, but you could also make it, you could also make it bigger. You can also go in here and look at your effects. The effects are so cool. Like it can lift it, you can background it like that now. This is all new. Um, so things like that can really help you take something that um, Canva created, as I'm just going to go back into meme here, that Canva created, and just take it and make it your own, right? So I'm, looking at these on the side here in square, and you can tell the square ones are are different than the ones that are um, horizontal in this case, right? We're looking over to the left here at all of these. Now, that being said, you can always take something like this if you have the paid version and resize it, and you could just put select what you want. Um, a cheater's way is um, to select it. I'm clicking up at um, the top left. I'm clicking and holding, and I'm dragging. So see how it selects the whole thing. I'm going to use my keyboard for copy. I'm going to use my keyboard for paste. And then because I had the background of the cat, sorry, I have to select that, copy it, and come over here and paste, right? So now I've turned it into a square. right? I may have to adjust to crop again the image. You can, here's another trick with Canva. If I right click on it, I can detach the image from the background and then I can, size it up the way I want to and make it a little bit different so that it does. So I can kind of play like that so that I can, and of course, I'm going to put my background as purple. Um, and I think that is a way around what you can do with, um, if you have the free version. But, I'm just going to play this again because he's so cute. Just going to crack myself up. There you go. Now, when you're looking at your own social media, I'd like you to keep these things in mind when you're using memes. One of the things that you really need to be careful of is if it's trending, you want to jump on it quick because it will peak and then it will die, just like we said with the Bernie Sanders one, right? So it's going to peak, it's going to build. You want to be on that initial trend when it first starts rising so that you're there, right? Because if you're too late to the game, it's not going to look good. If you're if you're jumping on the trend, you're going to fly and you should get great engagement. Um, Make sure, and I can't say this enough, make sure that it's relevant to your brand. It needs to make sense with your brand. If you're not sure, grab a millennial, have them look at it because they really know what's going on. The other thing, you want to keep it short, you want to keep it simple. So, and I'm my last thing, and this is something that as a business owner, you always need to be aware of. You have to make sure that it is not offensive. We never want to alienate or hurt or inadvertently insult anybody, any person, any group of people. That's something that could really backfire on a business. So just keep that in mind because it may be funny to you in a personal life, but it may be offensive to a certain group. And that's not how we want to come across in our business social media. So, with that said, I am so happy to be sharing this. And I've got to tell you, if my kids were watching in this, they would laugh because they have this game. I can't remember the name. It's like, what's the meme, right? I was totally clueless. So they're probably going, Mom, what the heck, right? But here's the thing, if you don't know something, just learn about it. You're here, you're watching our Master at Mondays. We're here every Monday at 2 Eastern to help businesses really explode on their social media. If you go back to the 200 videos that we have on our channel, you can see that we've been there for you for the last 2 or so years, helping you with your social media. I will be here every Monday at 2 until you guys stop watching me. So I hope you keep watching and I hope you find these helpful. Make sure that you're looking at your social media as a way to promote your business. Don't leave that money on the table. Show your followers that you are an expert in your field and that you can help them with any pain point or problem they may have because as it pertains to your industry because you're the expert. Help them use your services to get their problem solved. And I will tell you, your social media is a place where you can promote yourself for free and to give people opportunity to learn who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Tell them your story, show them that you have a sense of humor, and I hope you embrace and enjoy the memes. Make sure you reach out to us at masteratmedia.com. We're here on Instagram and YouTube, and we also have painless posting, so check that out. Our goal here is just to give you what you need to get you where you want to go on your social media. All right, guys, I hope you had fun today. Um, Let me know if you have a meme, like post it in the chat below. Like, go in the comments and post it. I love a good joke. So I would love to see your memes. Make sure you tag us at Master It Media, and I'll make sure to comment on your socials. We got to help each other uh, take the commotion out of our promotion. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you next Monday at 2 p.m.